The earth shook. A plume of smoke and dust rose skyward. It was just after dawn on February 1, 2025. The United States military, acting on the orders of President Donald J. Trump, launched a series of precision airstrikes against a network of caves in the Miskat Mountains of Somalia. The target, a senior ISIS operative and his network of terrorists. The operation, years in the making, was the culmination of months of intelligence gathering. The ISIS operative, whose name remained classified, was responsible for planning and executing attacks throughout the region. He had evaded capture for years. This time he wouldn't escape. The strikes were surgical, designed to minimize civilian casualties. The United States, in coordination with the Somali government, took every precaution to ensure the safety of innocent lives. The message was clear. The United States would not tolerate safe havens for terrorists, no matter how remote. The Miskat Mountains, a rugged and unforgiving terrain, had become a haven for the Islamic State. From these remote bases, the terrorists plotted attacks, extorted local populations, and spread their poisonous ideology. The senior ISIS planner, targeted in the strikes, had established a stronghold in these mountains, directing a campaign of terror. The caves, honeycombing the mountainsides, provided shelter from surveillance and attack, but their remote location provided little protection from the long reach of American power. The United States had been monitoring the ISIS network for months, painstakingly building a case for action. The previous administration, hamstrung by indecision and a reluctance to use force, had allowed the threat to fester. Emboldened, the terrorists expanded their operations, threatening the stability of Somalia and the broader region. The time for restraint was over. President Trump, in a statement released shortly after the strikes, made clear his resolve. "We have taken decisive action against a dangerous enemy," the president declared. "The terrorists who threaten our nation and our allies will find no safe haven, no sanctuary from American justice." Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, speaking from the Pentagon, confirmed the success of the operation. Multiple ISIS operatives were killed in the strikes, Hegseth announced. Initial assessments indicate no civilian casualties. The caves used by the terrorists have been destroyed. Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud praised the U.S. action, expressing gratitude for the close cooperation between the two countries. "We stand shoulder to shoulder with the United States in the fight against terrorism," Mohamud affirmed. "These strikes send a strong message that we will not tolerate those who seek to harm our people." The message of the February 1st strikes reverberated far beyond the mountains of Somalia. It was a message heard in the halls of power and in the darkest corners of the world. The United States, under the leadership of President Trump, would not hesitate to act decisively to protect its interests and its citizens. To the terrorists and the dictators who harbored them, the message was clear: you are not safe. The fight against terrorism was far from over. But the strikes in Somalia marked a turning point. The world had been put on notice. The United States would no longer stand idly by while terrorists plotted and schemed. The time for action was now.